Right, guys, welcome back to part three of the Hayes Fire Department for Gary Weiss. Anyhow, I had a question from one of my subscribers. Before I get on to what we're actually going to do today, I want to show him what I did. He had a question about how I made this hole smaller, and all I did was where is that? I used this number 121 siding strip, and this particular number is the exact width of this here. So what I did was I just took a piece of this, glued it onto the side there, snipped it off, and it just kept on adding those until I got the desired width. Hope that explains it to everybody, and I'm glad to help you out. Anyhow, as we're going to get on with this video, we're going to start on the second structure of this build, and that's going to be where the fire engines actually park. So, with that out of the way, so here's the side wall. Now I made this wall, I think I should back the camera out of it. Instead of making a separate structure here, I made this all one wall. So now when I do the other side, it'll only be oops, one piece like this, and then one piece across here like that. So I think it'll give a little bit more structure, strength, and also I did the same thing with this wall. This wall attaches to this wall like that, and as long as I get a 90-degree here, the rest of the building should come out pretty straight. And plus, doing it this way gives me two full walls to be joined together to give me a nice sturdy structure. Anyhow, get on with that. I do have all my windows and doors drawn out here. And I have my windows and doors drawn out here. Now, these doors are not going to be available anywhere. I'm going to have to scratch build some doors. And I'll show you how I'm going to do that because these doors, they have windows in them. So I will show you how I'm going to do that. Anyhow, I'm not going to bore you by cutting up the stuff on camera. I will cut it and I'll bring you back when it's finished. So that being said, stay tuned and we will be back shortly. All right, boys and girls. I decided that the next couple of cuts that I'm going to do is I'm going to be using my nibbler. And the reason why is because cutting those three doors out just now was kind of rough on my hands. So I'm going to go ahead and just do this section here. It actually fits in the door. So I'm going to do all three of these doors with the nibbler. So let me go ahead and do that. and let's see how it works out. Now this is kind of need to make sure that you're on your line. I know maybe I can do it here. It's going to be hard for me to do this for you guys. Let's see. You know what? Maybe if I turn the camera a little bit this way, I can do it over here, and you guys can see. Now the thing is, keep your edge on your line. So as long as you do that, you'll be good. There we go. This was a gift from Mr. Eric Hall, IMRRO.com. Uh, he gave me this a few years ago. It is a great tool, and I do have it on my Amazon page if you guys are interested. Right up to the line. We'll have to clean a little bit up. I don't want to go over the line. I'd rather stay below the line. Again, make it smaller to make it bigger. Okay. And now we're going to go on this side. Now I notice that even if you hold the tool straight on your work, there is an angle on there. So you have to kind of tweak the tool a little bit to get a straight cut. All right. So here we go with the second part. Now remember, this door has to be exact. If I mess this up, I got to redo this entire wall. Now the way I do it is I do the two edges first, and then we'll turn the tool around to do the top. This is just like a hole punch. You need to get rid of all the little pieces that it cuts out. All right, so there you go. All right, now once I got that done, I just take the tool and I put it in there and I just turn it. Now I'll just follow that top line, and hopefully I did cut this small enough where I could adjust it if I need to. And there you go. Now, test. And that's cool that I made it smaller. I made it smaller top and side. That is very cool. I could adjust that. Anyhow, now that I showed you how to do that, I'm going to do the rest of it off camera and we'll bring it back as soon as it's done. Bye. This Vinny Vid production brought to you by Yankee Dabbler. For all your model railroad needs, check out Yankee Dabbler. Don't forget, 7% discount with BNSF 6951. And by Highways and Byways, awesome street graphics for your roads and streets on your model railroad layout. If you guys are looking for sophisticated model railroad electronics, Logic Rail Technology has what you need. For a 5% discount on certain items, use code BNSF6951. All right, guys and gals, as you can see, I got all the holes cut out. And like I mentioned in the first video, it seems to me that they should have put bigger windows in here or something, or at least another set of windows here. But if you look at the pictures in the of the actual building, there is that much space in between these windows. All right, and then I got my other doors cut out there, and like I said, I thought I saw a door up on the top here, so I put a door in there, and that actually I cut that out wrong. I thought a window belonged there, so I had to redo that, and I built it up the same way I built up the other part with the 121s. Anyhow, next part for me to do is to get this all secure. So we're going to do that with my jig. So let me get ready here. We'll be back in a minute. Let me set up and we'll get going. All right, guys, next part is to get this odd shaped wall on here. And as you can see, what I had to do to make sure everything stays kind of square. I am going to, however, use some supports in the corners because I think using the 30,000s, even with the brick on there, is still going to be kind of weak. So, that being said, let me turn this around. And we're going to take this wall out and put some glue on there and stick them right back in place. And then we'll do this guy. Take them down. I see we got a little. All right. Okay, off. Using the 30,000s was a lot easier to cut the windows out, but I really don't recommend. I don't like using 30,000s. 40,000s is the smallest I'd go. But because of what's going on with my hands, I want to make sure that I'm able to do all of this. Being my first scratch build in a long time. The eyeballs are an important tool. You gotta make sure that when you look at stuff, you can be able to eyeball it and make sure it looks okay, and so on and so forth. All right, we got a perfect fit in there. Perfect. Make sure. The new thing that's happening in my hand now, both hands, they cramp up a lot. And I don't know if that's normal or what, but lots and lots of cramp going on. And I've been eating uh, pretty much a banana every day for the potassium. It doesn't seem to be working. So, all right, we're going to stick this in here and right up against that back piece right there. Oops, come back in you. Make sure we're good on the corner. All right, we're gonna let that dry before we attempt this side. And then we'll go ahead and put this little piece on there. And then we'll see how it's all gonna shape up when it looks together. I know I'm still gonna have to build this little dealy mababa right here. But that'll come after I get everything pretty much set up. So stay tuned and we will be back. All right, guys, here we are back at my build with the fire department in Hayes, Kansas. Now, I saw something after everything was all assembled that this guy can't park in any of the garages except the front over here. But I would like to make him park in this side also. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take one of these pike stuff doors, which is 8 feet tall, and I am going to add, let's see if I can get that in picture. I'm going to add 2 feet to it. Now you can see the line right there, so that's what I'm going to add to it. Then these guys will get secured to that piece of plastic right there. And since these go in from the back, I'm not going to have any sort of a problem. So, with that being said, I'm going to use my razor saw to cut this. And hopefully it'll cut real easy and real straight. Looks good. I wish Pike stuff would make these doors a little bit bigger. I don't know, maybe they do for the locomotives. You got engine house. I should look in my kit. Maybe they are. I'm not getting that. I think I need a new blade. Yeah, there you go. All right. Now, I'm going to take this little piece right here and I'm going to glue it to this piece right here, and we should have a 10-foot door when I get done. So, let's see if that will work. Believe it or not, I'm just using the LED lights, the strip lights in here for lighting, and it's not too bad, actually. All right, so we're going to go ahead and put this guy down first. Alright, so let's do this. Yeah, I'm kinda I said this earlier, kinda gravitating towards this, Fowler, because I only have one more bottle of that, Bottle Masters left. If you guys remember, a few months ago, we had a problem getting that adhesive. Oh, back at you. The red you see on my fingers is an LED on one of the pieces of equipment that I have that's lighted up right now. Oops. Come on. There you go. That's looking better. All right, so now I'll take this other little piece and the side that I cut, I'm going to give it a little bit of sanding. Find my memory cloth, the board, whatever. There's that on my face. I'll put this towards the bottom anyhow, so. And I can get some corrugated styrene and make the doors myself. And speaking of doors, on the next video, I'll show you guys how I'm going to do the main entrance for the fire equipment. Let's see if that's going to be in there. How big it's going to be. Yeah, I think that's going to look okay. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and glue this last piece in here. And I put the cut side down. Once that's painted, you won't even see that seam. That looks pretty good. I'm just going to put this guy on here for now. And let him dry up. And we'll be back in a little bit. Still got to cut the door out for this, and that's going to be a little bit of a challenge because the building is already assembled. So we'll see. I always give myself challenges. Anyhow, we'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Bye for now. All right, guys. Here's the finished door that I just customized. Now I got to make it fit in here. So I built up this jury rig right here, and hopefully, hopefully it'll all work, and I'll be able to cut what I need to cut. It's further over a little bit more. Come on, there you go, right there. So it's everything I had to add here to get it strong enough for me to cut on. I also replaced the blade in there so I don't have to press as hard. And so here we're gonna go. And hopefully this will work out. No hitching a ride there, buddy. All right, there we go. All right. Now the important part. Let's see if the door fits in there. All right, so let's take this guy out. And we'll slide this guy under there. Okay. I guess I should untape that. If I can lift this up. Come on. I don't want to take it off of this jig yet. Seems it's going to be fighting me. All right. Seems like I got to go taller. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, if I put that in there and I sand it down to the line that I was supposed to cut it at, it'll probably be okay. All right. So that's how you do it. Jury rig a bobber so you can work on it. And after something's assembled, you can always figure out a way to cut out parts that need to be cut out. Now, Speaking of that, putting the brick on here, that's going to be fun because I don't know how I'm going to cut those windows out just yet. I have an idea of how I might want to do it, but we'll have to see how that's going to work. Anyhow, I'll let you know how that's going to happen. So one more thing we're going to do on this today is go out to the garage and paint, or actually wait till the sun comes up because it's supposed to be really nice today. And go ahead and paint these. The windows, these guys over here, they will get espresso brown, and these guys will get aluminum metallic. So, with all that being said, we'll be back when that's all done, and then we'll probably conclude this video. So stay tuned, and we will be back in a little bit. All right, boys and girls, we are back, and I just want to show you that everything has been painted that is going to get painted. All the windows and most of the doors are done in the espresso, and the ones down on the bottom there are done with aluminum and metallic. Now, for the first time, I am going to show you guys two buildings together, completely assembled and ready for the next stage of this build. So here we go. This is what it looks like when it's a complete building. As you can see, that looks pretty good. I also built a little wall inside of here like I said I was going to do. So when I detach this, it'll pretty much stay square, as you can see. And then the part that we just did, the cutting out of that door, is right here. You can see that the EMP fits in there perfectly. And also, I did paint the door. Is this guy right here. So you can hardly tell that it was modified. Anyhow, going to give you an idea what this is going to look like once I put the brick on. And so that's what it looks like. Anyhow, I'm going to call this video good. Hope you guys and gals enjoyed it. And as always, your questions, comments, input, subs, shares, and likes are always welcome. For now, that's all, folks. PNSF 6951 and Vinny Vid Productions out for now.